Laura Ray, and today I'm here with a collab with four amazing ladies. Bobby from Mindful Midlife, Sherry from Graceful Beauty, Lisa Monique from Lisa Monique Beauty, and Mrs. Melissa M from Mrs. Melissa M Beauty. We are collabing for videos on inexpensive makeup that will really surprise you at the low price that it is, and things we actually love and use all the time. Sherry does so many great videos on skincare, so that's one thing I think if you love great skincare and makeup, she does a lot and has amazing skin. Lisa Monique, I love her videos on foundation. I think she has over 50 foundations, and she's done several videos where she shows them up close on the skin. I know Bobby, I've watched so many of her keto videos too, in addition to her makeup, and they are amazing. And then Miss Melissa M, she does a lot of different videos on affordable makeup and some that is a little high-end, comparing the two. All of their videos are fantastic, and I really encourage you to subscribe to their channels, and link below I will have all the links for these ladies' channels. I can't wait to see what are their favorite inexpensive finds. But first I want to share with you a purchase I made in October of 2020, and it was these BS Mall brushes. Now they cost $7.99. How could this many brushes cost $7.99, and would they be any good? And I was shocked. Of course, the reviews on Amazon were almost 5 stars, so that really made me feel some level of confidence. But I have really enjoyed these brushes. I don't use all of them all the time, but there are certain ones that I would have just paid $7.99 just to have that brush. I love their fan brush that's included. I use this when I'm putting on setting spray. I spray the brush and just go over my face. It allows me to get under the eyes very easily. So that's one of my favorite. There are some of the eyeshadow brushes that they've included that I really love. This blending brush, here's sort of an angled blending brush. These are shapes that I didn't have with other brushes I had bought before and paid more money for. I also like this one. It's for eyeshadow, but it's flat on the top, and I didn't have this. So there were a lot of different shapes of brushes I've never used before, and this is a good way to try brushes and see if it's something you might want to spend a little bit more money for because you like the shape or size of the brush. It's sort of like trying an inexpensive makeup product to see if you like a certain shade on yourself, and then spending a bit more for makeup. So I've really enjoyed this brush collection. It has been an amazing find. Let's talk about the blush I'm wearing. I love this blush. It's got such a glossy look to it, but it's also a lip balm. These are called Pep Balm, and I love it because it just gives a nice glow to my mature skin. It doesn't get in fine lines. It's very easy to blend. You can just blend it with your finger or even take a little makeup sponge. Now that's something else that's so inexpensive I wanted to talk about, are these Real Technique sponges. If you don't have these are just a staple. I think that should be in every makeup collection because they're so affordable. They're great for getting in the corners of the eyes, even putting on eye primer. Like I prime with a concealer, but I can dab it on and then blend it out with this sponge. But this sponge is great for doing around the lips, also the corners of the nose. And they come in a 4-pack and they last forever. So that's another great find that I always keep in my collection. This is one of the most inexpensive highlighters that I think is just out of sight, and it's this one from Wet n Wild. The shade is called When the Nude Strikes, and I just think this looks so expensive, and it's really only around $3. It's a cream, and you get so much product. I've used it so many times, and I feel like it just keeps multiplying itself. It never seems to get used up, but it gives a beautiful glow. It doesn't get in fine lines. I am telling you, you could put an expensive highlighter on one side and this on the other and not tell the difference. I think this is great for mature skin instead of, say, a powder because it just lasts a lot longer and doesn't get into fine lines. One of my favorite shadows of all time are the Urban Decay Naked 1, Naked 2, all the different palettes they've come out with. So when Rimmel came out with this Spice Edition, I wanted to see, how do these compare to the Urban Decay? Well, I can tell you they don't have the softness, the creaminess of the Urban Decay shadows, but boy, can you get an amazing look, and boy, does it last all day. I have now, I think, 5 of these palettes. They've made so many, but the price is so low, way under $10. Some of them even run around $5 on Amazon. But today, my eye look I created with just these couple of shades at the end of the palette, and that's it. I didn't use any other shadows. They really blend nicely if you do my trick, and I'll show you my trick right now, is just go into the shadow, and instead of flicking the shadow or other things people do when shadows are powdery, all you do is take the brush and just work the powder into the brush, then go in the eye, and I got absolutely no fallout. I found that other shadows, even high-end ones I had that I used to have trouble with, fallout, I no longer have that problem. So that's one little tip I'd like to give you because it's been a game changer for me. It also makes, as I'm blending out the shadows, it look more airbrushed. And I never, you'll see people, even makeup artists, go into the palette, go right into the crease, and you'll see wherever they first hit, there's this large volume of color. So instead of having to blend so long, if you do the blending right here into the brush, it will be a real time saver. Let's talk about one of my favorite products, lipstick. I love lipstick, and there are so many great affordable ones. One of the best I've ever found is the Revlon lipsticks. You can get some of them on Amazon for a little over $4. That is incredible to me because I like many of them better than some I have spent $30 on. This shade, it says it's a matte, but Revlon's mattes are not mattes. They are more of a muted satin finish to me. This is number 10, Untold Stories. And what a beautiful pinky nude. This is that look that everyone talks about so much. It's the most beautiful shade. And another gloss that's inexpensive that I think is way underrated is Rimmel. And this is one of their classic shades that I decided to put on top. It is Blushing Belgraves. And I just love it. It has that little bit of shimmer that takes the lips to a new level. I don't notice any taste from it or heavy scents. So I really enjoy these Stay Glossy from Rimmel. Now the lip pencil I'm using is part of a set I bought on Amazon several months ago for a little over $8. The shade I'm using today is Natural Beige. I use it all the time. These are wooden pencils. You just sharpen them right up and you're good to go. I think they're amazing. I love them as much as my MAC pencil that I have. I truly do. And when I bought this set, there was such a variety of shades. I actually found some dupes in them for my Charlotte Tilbury lip pencils that I have. So I really love this set. I've gotten so much use out of it and it's so affordable. Something fun that I found, and I was shocked to find, were these little, they're called blendable puffs. They come in a set of 4 and I just love them for applying powder. So you get 2 little hearts and then 2 larger hearts. So this is something great you can keep in your purse, or if you want to work in small areas, it's got a little strap to hold on, and I just press the powder in like this. And that's it. These are just wonderful. I don't wash them in the washing machine. I hand wash them, let them dry, and they've really been holding up so nicely, and these were all very affordable. If you're looking for an affordable brightener, neutralizer, then I am loving the Joah. Before this, I always used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which I still love, but this has also been just as good. Maybe I like it even a little better. I use this to brighten the under eye area. I get no creasing. I use these also as eyeshadow primer. I don't use primer anymore because I found so many of them dry my lids. And that if I use these, it gives just enough moisture where my lids don't feel dry, but it helps my shadows to stay on. And they stay on nicely all day. So I like using this for highlighting down the nose, the brightener, and the neutralizer is great. I would think of this sort of like in matte paint pots. I think of this as Painterly, the brightener, and I think of soft ochre as the neutralizer. That's sort of what's going on here. The neutralizer, if you have any like purple in your lids, it will get rid of that. I like to use the neutralizer around my nose because I have broken capillaries there. But it has the sponge applicator just like the Maybelline. But what I like to do is just put it on my glass palette. And I've gotten so much use out of this glass palette. This is $5.99. It's probably the best $5.99 I've ever spent. And I just tap into it like this and then just go in the corners, around the edges, down my nose, that kind of a thing. But I love this Joah. I think it's a very underrated concealer. I have used the Lancome Eyelash Primer. I have used the Essence. I have used I'm trying to think of any others. L'Oreal, the one that L'Oreal came out with. But I have found the best I've used so far is this one from CoverGirl. I tried it a couple months ago and I have not looked back since. It really helps my lashes. It fattens them up a little bit. It makes them seem a little longer. I have used today my heated lash curler, which is an amazing find that was so affordable from Amazon. And between the heated curler and this, my lashes have never looked better. I really want to welcome all of you who've come over from the other channels to watch my video. I appreciate you so much. And I hope that you will subscribe, that you'll hit the button. I upload every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, but I'm really happy that you're here. And I want to share with you a skin find. I have been using this, the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is around a little over $4. And I really love it. I'm wearing it right now. I usually like something that will cover the redness in my skin, broken capillaries. I do have some skin discoloration. Now this has hyaluronic acid and squalene in it, and it's oil-free. So those of you that do have oily skin, I think this is worth a try. I've really had all 3 types of skin over the years, or 4 types of skin. I did have oily for many years, and I think this is something that I definitely could have used. But now my skin is more normal to dry, and I keep it very hydrated with moisturizers. So even with that, this has worked for me. It has not dried my skin out. When I'm washing my face and getting off all of my makeup, I like to make sure all my hair is back. I found these recently on Amazon. I just think they're so cute, so affordable. They'd be great stocking stuffers too, because they do come 3 in a pack, but they hold the hair back beautifully. They're super, super soft. And for the price, I was really impressed. Today I'm using a very old-fashioned brow product that I still think is absolutely amazing, and it's from Maybelline. It is their brow pencil that many of you have seen. They come 2 in a pack, but they're not only brow pencils, they're also eye pencils. And I think a lot of times we don't realize it. I always thought of them for brows. But I saw a video, I don't know, a year or 2 ago about Sharon Tate and her makeup that she used when she was alive, and this was her favorite pencil. And she actually used it to sculpt her eyes. She would go in and create a crease long before they were talking about creating a crease. And this pencil is actually great. I have it in blonde here, but I've bought all colors in it because I just love this pencil so much. You can even go under the eye and create a beautiful line under the eye, a soft look. These blend beautifully. I'm wearing the blonde shade in my brow today. You know, there's so many brow products that are $20, $30, and sometimes I think the old school products are the best. I want to share with you my favorite eyeliner of all time. I bought it recently off Amazon. It's from the company Can Make. This is a Japanese brand, and the reason I like it is the point is so fine. I've never had a point like this. I can do a little cat eye or a flick so easily just by grabbing the corner and going up. It goes in the lash line beautifully. I just can't say enough about this liner. It's silky and it just glides across the eyelid. It does not catch. I bought it originally in like a burgundy shade and fell in love with it, and then ordered it in the dark brown shade. But if you're looking for an eyeliner that's smooth, that will last you all day, and that's super easy to work with, then the Can Make liner is one I would definitely recommend. Make sure to go over and watch the other videos these beautiful ladies have done, and I thank them so much for asking me to collab with them. I was super excited to do this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to hear in the comments which of these products was your favorite or something you think you'd be interested in purchasing. Now, those of you that are new here, I do a giveaway every week, and this week I'll be giving away one of my favorites. I was looking for something more affordable than the Laneige lip mask. And I came across this a couple of years ago and fell in love because when I woke up in the morning, my lips were so smooth and plump and they weren't dry. So I started giving it away to friends, people that I know in my everyday life, and they were telling me the same thing. I've been featuring it ever since. So this is what's in the giveaway this week. All you have to do to be in the giveaway is just leave a comment below. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have an amazing week.